Iraj Ilahi. He has masters in economics from Imam Shahid University in 1991, PhD in Future Studies Management from Supreme National Defense University in 2016. In 1993 to 1996, he was the expert second department of the CIS Ministry of Foreign Affairs. In 1996 to 2000, he was the third secretary, Embassy of Islamic Republic of Iran in Dushanbe. From 2000 to 2004, he was the deputy head, second department of the CIS Ministry of Foreign Affairs. From 2004 to 2008, he was in the deputy mission, Embassy of Islamic Republic of Iran in Tashkent. From 2008 to 2015, he was secretary of the Asia Committee, Supreme National Security Council of Iran. From 2008 to 2015, he was the secretary of the CIS Committee, Supreme National Security Council of Iran. From 2015 to 2019, he was the first counselor, Embassy of Islamic Republic of Iran in Beirut, Lebanon. From 2019 to 2020, he was the head of the Strategic Planning Department, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. From 2020 till September 2022, he was the head of Eurasia Department, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And since September 2022, he has been the Ambassador of Islamic Republic of Iran to India. So welcome, sir.
Covering Indo-Iranian relations during the period Ebrahim Raisi was president, and I'm sure Iranian ambassador in India will join soon. Without going into the oft-repeated historical, cultural ties between the two countries, would straight away say that President Ebrahim Raisi, I think since President Rafsanjani and Hassan Rouhani, he worked tirelessly to improve Indo-Iranian relations during his tenure as president. He had a mixed success story, although I would say limited success. But the major achievement was the 10-year agreement on Chabahar between India and Iran, which was in the making for quite some time. Although this agreement is again under the shadow of US sanctions on Iran and the threat of US sanctions on India for reviving or consolidating this program, Chabahar North-South transport corridor. Increasingly, because of the turmoil in the West Asian region due to the Gaza war, Israeli invasion of Gaza, the Israeli factor also is slowly impacting Indo-Iranian relations. We need to discuss this, how and why, to what extent this relationship will be impacted by the Gaza war and the Israeli-Iranian factor. But one major point I want to underline is no matter what the West does or how it paints in dark colors Iran, there is no doubt there is tremendous recognition not only in the broader global South, but also in the West, especially even in Israel and in America and the West, that despite sanctions, Iran has been able to build an economy, structures which are self-reliant, and has made huge progress in the economic field using its limited resources, although non-oil exports have been fetching more foreign exchange. Despite this draconian US-EU sanctions, I must underline that the Iranian people have made huge sacrifices, huge sacrifices to make Iran what it has achieved in numerous fields, including the enhanced military capability, conventional and also its progress in harnessing nuclear energy for peaceful purposes. Uh, uh, this Indo-Iranian relationship cannot be seen in isolation because so what I was trying to drive home the point is this triangular relationship between Iran, Russia, China, has to be seen in the context of the global desire to move towards a multipolar world, which adheres to the rule of law and, respect for international humanitarian law, international law, which the West claims to hold, but selectively they follow different policy in Ukraine and another policy in Gaza whenever it suits them. So it is in this context that Iran's membership in BRICS is very important, which India wholeheartedly supported. And this will make a huge impact not only on the Indo-Iranian relations, but also both the aspiring regional powers to contribute to a multipolar world along with Russia and China. So it is in this context that I hope that Indo-Iranian ties in the post-Raisi period will improve. And I must also conclude by saying that Iran has been very patient as far as Indo-Iranian relations are concerned because India has been tilting towards the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Israel, and the Europe, Indo-European Middle East corridor without properly analyzing the conflicting pulls and pressures which have undermined that. So in that way, Iran has been patient and has always looked forward to improving relations, and it has positively responded to any initiative from the Indian side. And I hope that the current acting president, who might succeed him after elections, would work on the lines Ebrahim Raisi had taken initiatives. But it is also incumbent on India that despite American pressure, Israeli factor, we need to implement what we have been speaking, and that is strategic autonomy in our foreign policy. We cannot be selective. Due to American pressure, we stopped buying Iranian oil, and the Indo-Iranian trade is at an abysmally low level. So in that way, we need to show some spine and put some energy into improving and not allow the third parties to hijack Indo-Iranian relations because it has become a victim of American pressure. Although we need gas and Iran's oil, and Iran Raisi in particular, along with the 3 months credit, he also offered to transport Iranian oil in their oil tankers to Indian ports and also reduce the insurance coverage. So in that way, it was a big step Ebrahim Raisi took. But unfortunately, due to American pressure, we could not buy oil, and that is where we need to come up with fresh ideas. So with these few words, I'll stop here and hand over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I would now request
I thank Center for India-West Asia Dialogue for this opportunity for dialogue about India-Iran relation. In fact, we are in not a good or ordinary situation. We just recently, a few days back, we missed our president who had big and magnificent role in the Indo-Iranian relation. I try to summarize my words in a few phrases. You know, there are too many, besides the commonality, historical commonality between Iran and India, the temporary and, in fact, contemporary situation, both countries have also too many commonalities, which is a good asset for the future of the relation of two nations. The tragic death of Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi and his companion in copter crash has last Sunday has plunged Iran into mourning. Although this great loss has to be mourned, but it is imperative to not forget that despite his short-term reign, he left a brilliant legacy in foreign policy in general and also in Iran-India relations. Different aspects of it needs to be elaborated, which I am trying to go through details. You know, since the beginning of the government of Dr. Raisi, he emphasized on neighborhood relation. So neighborhood first and Act East policies form two main pillars of Dr. Raisi foreign policy. In line with neighborhood first policy, as India has the same policy. He tried to improve the relation with the neighbors, and perhaps the Saudi-Iranian rapprochement was his best accomplishment in this regard. This led to the reestablishing of diplomatic relations between the two countries after almost 7 years. At the same time, under Raisi, Iran consolidated its position as an influential and indispensable player at West Asia, South Asia, Caucasus, and Persian Gulf region, defying Israel regime and its allies and supporting Palestinian cause, hosting Afghan refugee, more than 6 million Afghan refugee. You know, you can just imagine how much and how the scale of this number. Hosting more than 6 million Afghan refugees and maintaining the security of Persian Gulf are main manifestation of Iran emphasize on indigenous regional security, and they showcase the visit of successful stabilizing leadership of Raisi in the critical period of time. Act East policy.
I would request whoever has unmuted themselves to please mute. Sorry, sir, please continue.
Yeah. Act East policy played a significant role in Raisi's foreign policy. He believed that 21st century deemed to be an Asian century. And considering the importance of peaceful relation with all Asian countries, Raisi's government left a brilliant record of maintaining the balance in Iran's relation with India and Pakistan, and also with India and China. Raisi had a balanced approach toward these two pairs, India, China, India, Pakistan. He also believed firmly on the necessity of South-South cooperation, and in this regard, supporting the non-Western voices was one of his priorities. You know, India claimed that is the voice of South. So Iran also, Dr. Raisi also emphasized on the South-South. And this is another commonality between Iran and India. Under Raisi, Iran increased its regional and global partnership and joined various international institutions. Iran became a member of both BRICS and Shanghai Cooperation Organization, and it was to remind that Raisi and thank Prime Minister Narendra Modi for helping facilitate this membership. You know, the support of India for accessing the membership of Iran at BRICS and Shanghai in the national memory and historic memory of Iran cannot be ignored. Iran, this is part of national history of Iran, that India has supported Iran in this important issue. Indeed, Modi and Raisi meet each other twice. You know, two leaders, despite there were not, and there was not any official visit, but two leaders met each other first on the sideline of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit in Samarkand in Uzbekistan, and then again on the sideline of the BRICS Summit in Johannesburg in South Africa. These two meetings has a constructive role in the improvement of the relation by two leaders. Besides this, Shri Jaishankar had attended the swearing-in ceremony of Dr. Raisi in August 2021 and had thus become the first dignitary from India to call on the new president of India. Dr. Jaishankar was one of the first foreign minister who met newly elected president, Dr. Raisi. And also this is another sign of the importance of Iran for India and importance of India for Iran. He was also Dr. Jaishankar was also the last representative of the government of India to call on Raisi during recent visit. I was present at that meeting. There were a mutual understanding, and both sides emphasized on the future and practical improvement in different aspects of the relation. Despite, you know, unfortunately, the Indo-Iranian relation has been affected by the third factor. Third factor means sometimes some states and sometimes the sanction. Despite U.S. sanction, relation have remained steadily. You know, after the JCPOA, the trade between Iran and India reached to $19 billion per year. But after the withdrawal of the United States from JCPOA and because of the sanction, India stopped purchasing oil, so it affected the trade between two countries. We could not purchase our needs from India. Before that, we were exporting oil to India and purchasing whatever we need. And it was to be mentioned that I always saying to the officials of India that whatever we need in Iran is available in India. This is a principle. This is an important phrase. Whatever we need in Iran is available in India, but it is not accessible. But the problem is that it is not accessible. Accessible means it is not affordable. You know, there is some problem because of the transfer of money, and also because of we do not have enough money to purchase whatever we need. So we need to sell oil to India to be able to purchase our needs, our goods from India. We now importing rice, tea, pharmaceutical issue, car components, and different machinery, but we earn money from other parts of the world and we purchase them here. If we be able to earn money in India, we can easily purchase whatever we need. So I always say that we should think, Indian side should think, and both countries, in fact, should find a mechanism, a mutual mechanism to resolve this problem. So anyway, despite U.S. sanction, relation have remained steady, and not only bilateral relation renewed, but the 10-year agreement between the two sides for the management of the Chabahar Port was signed last week. You know, Chabahar in 2016, India and Iran reached to agreement to this understanding that Chabahar can play an important role for the connection of India to Eurasia, Russia, Europe, and but it has three dimensions: strategic dimension, technical dimension, and legal dimension. But strategically, both leaders agreed on the importance of this agreement, of this cooperation, and emphasized on it in any meeting they had. But there were some technical issue which should be solved, and also legal problem should be resolved. So it prolonged the process of the negotiation, prolonged, and after long discussion, under the pressure, pushing, you know, Mr. Dr. Raisi and Shri Modi, Prime Minister Modi, both pushed two sides, pushed technical man, pushed legal man to resolve the differences and bridge the gap and sign the agreement. Anyway, last week, this important agreement was signed. The project had been closed to his heart, and he had discussed it several times in meeting and phone calls with Prime Minister Modi. Dr. Raisi believed that Chabahar and INSTC corridor would be beneficial to whole region, and it may help Central Asia, Afghanistan, Armenia, and other countries improve the prosperity and security of these people, the peoples, and hence it may contribute to our common and independent thriving future. You know, there is both country, you know, the bilateral relation of two countries is improving, but India has commitment to other partners. Iran also has its own commitment to other partners. So they till now both countries tries to keep the bilateral relation safe from other consideration, other observation, and of having relation with third parts. Despite this, we have in fact, we try to find new ground for our cooperation. We propose India to have a roadmap for our relation, and we hope that very soon we be able, after the election in India and the election of a new president in Iran, we should work on a roadmap of the relation between two countries. You know, till now, it is both countries have been able to keep relation away from any tension or any impact of third factor. Just sanction has an important and big negative impact on relation, which we believe that it would be on the benefit of both countries to find some solution regarding the monetary banking issue. We proposed India different mechanism. India is going to set up its domestic transfer mechanism, you know, as China has, as Russia has, as Iran has. So we proposed India to have a common transfer mechanism, transfer of money mechanism to resolve the problem of trade between two countries. Besides this, we hope that India will start purchasing Iranian crude oil and Iranian petrochemical products to charge our account in UCO Bank. In UCO Bank, you know, there is a Vostro account in UCO Bank, which was our money, our earning money, was depositing there, and we could purchase Indian goods from that account. So we hope that through purchasing oil and other commodities, we will charge this account and will be able to pay whatever we need. Anyway, I summarize my words. I can say that as ambassador of Iran, you know, in Iran, from the supreme leader, President Dr. Raisi, last president, and in the foreign policy of Iran, India's position is important, and India's position is one of 5 main countries in the world. You know, India, we believe that, and it's worth to mention that now India is between the 5 main trade partner of Iran. India is 5th destination for Iranian export, despite of the sanction, and India is even 5th country origin of Iranian imports. So we have too many commonalities. We have different fields. We should explore new fields for cooperation. We in Iran are ready, and we believe that there is a strong will in India, but at the high rank, at the strategic level, and at the level of leadership. But technically, at the middle class or operationally, there are some obstacles that both foreign policies, foreign ministry, and different ministers should sit together, find a solution for this, and encourage the operational level to act more and improve and solve the problem. Thank you for your patience. I hope that my words was clear for you, and I am ready to listen to you. Of course, I have to go to airport. I may leave this meeting a little bit early. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for taking out time out of your schedule in spite of being engrossed in some other activity today. And I'm really very humbled that you could grace us with your presence, and others who are also there from the Iranian embassy right now with us, supporting us and in solidarity. So thank you so much. I would request our research director, Dr. Omer Anas, to speak for a few minutes, and then we'll have the speaker of the day starting with his speech. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shubda. Honorable His Excellency Ambassador Dr. Iraj Ilahi, my dear friend from Iran, Dr. Muhammad Sultan Nijad, Professor Aftab Kamal Pasha, Director of our center, and all our dear friends. First of all, let me express my sincerest condolences and solidarity with the people of Iran, and especially here, the Ambassador of Iran and my Iranian friends who are here, who I must admire that despite the fact that they have gone through such a difficult situation, and I asked them whether they would like to cancel this program, but they chose to speak, and not just to speak, but also His Excellency supported and encouraged us that we should continue this discussion, and he himself has appeared today on our program so that he can give the importance of this. He has proved by his gracious presence in today's event. I just would like to make a 1-minute remark. I was in Doha in 2022 when there was a seminar, an international conference on President's 1 year of President Ebrahim Raisi. So we were, the experts of Iranian foreign policy had gathered there to analyze the performance of President Raisi within a year. So I was not so much sure why these people are so much keen to analyze a president's performance within a year. I realized in a year that given the importance and given the decisiveness and the mindset which President Raisi had, there was so much expectations from him that this president is going to deliver so many things. And as Professor Pasha has also mentioned here, and within limited time, President Raisi, for example, nobody imagined that there will be a normalization between Saudi Arabia and Iran. One of the greatest thing, one of the most important news which the Islamic world all over and the Middle Eastern countries have listened after so many years was that the Saudi and Iranians were happily ready to talk to each other, and they are ready to normalize their relations. That was a remarkable breakthrough and one of the greatest achievement of President Raisi. And we should also say that everyone was saying that President Raisi is hardliner. We should not expect from him much more, but he is delivering things beyond the expectations. And then again, His Excellency has also mentioned here the Chabahar deal, which India and Iran just have completed, and the membership of SCO, BRICS, and other achievements. And I'm sitting here in Ankara. I would like to give you the sense that President Raisi has so much respect in Ankara, and decision makers here, the leaders, they had really admired his leadership, and the kind of mistrust which they used to have generally, they have built so much confidence, especially after the crisis in Azerbaijan and Armenia, the way peace process is happening in the Caucasus, and the way Iranians and Turkey have been doing things together to bring peace in their neighborhood, has proven the excellent mindset of President Raisi, his vision for the region. And with this kind of things, I really had wished and thought that his leadership should have been there for a longer time, so that the region could have seen more peace, stability, prosperity, and many other breakthrough for the region and for the people of Iran. So I would not take much time, but I would like to offer my condolences and my tribute to the President Raisi, and I offer my sincerest on behalf of the Center for India-West Asia Dialogue. We offer our all prayers for his, as we call in Muslim tradition, maghfirat, forgiveness of God, and of course,